Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you how to install a coaxial cable with regular tools. This will be a full tutorial, so let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, this is what a coaxial cable looks like on the inside. I know that you've probably seen it looking like this, but this is what it looks like on the inside. And this is what it looks like when it has been stripped down properly to receive the F connector right here. You can see there's about 1/4 of an inch right over here of bare copper wire. And then there's about 1/4 of an inch right here where we have stripped off just the plastic, or I should say the rubber coating on the outside, okay? So this is what it looks like, and then you would put the F connector on. I'm gonna start with a fresh side over here. So what we wanna do first is we wanna strip off at least 1/4 of an inch to expose just the bare copper wire. Now we can go more than 1/4 of an inch because we can always trim off that copper wire later very, very easily with just a simple snipping tool. So I'm gonna get my box cutter right here. I know that 1/4 of an inch is probably about here, so I'm just gonna we're gonna go way extra, okay? Now, this goes without saying, but be very careful whenever you are using a box cutter. I'm moving my head to the side here because I was looking through the camera screen and it wasn't really a good idea when you're using a box cutter to look through the camera screen like that. Now, this box cutter is actually really dull, which is good though because it's working out in my favor because there's less of a risk of anything happening when the box cutter itself is quite dull. Okay, very simple. Let's just go ahead. We're going to strip off, like I said, everything except for the bare copper wire. So we've gotten rid of just the rubber coating right there, but we also need to get rid of the actual metal pieces right here, which is the shield from the noise basically. So you're going to cut through the metal pieces as well, okay? And then there's going to be also a white plastic coating that you're going to have to cut through as well. I should have probably used a box cutter. Let's get rid of this so it's easier to work with. I should have probably used a box cutter that was maybe a little bit sharper than this. But unfortunately, this is what we're working with. So take your time. As you can see, this is a good lesson because it shows you all of the layers actually. So it's probably not the worst thing, okay? So as you can see right here, we are trimming through the metal coating, okay? You can use any other tools, but these are probably tools that you're gonna have lying around anyways, okay? I know you guys are probably watching this saying, oh my, what is he doing with that box cutter? But I'm really trying to not injure myself while at the same time providing you with a great tutorial. So I'm getting rid of the white coating as well over here. And we're gonna expose just the bare copper wire. I do have another box cutter beside me that's a little bit sharper, but we're gonna take our time using this tool. I mean, this is the majority of the process right here. The rest is really, really easy. So you can start to see that bare copper wire. You don't want to cut right through the bare copper wire, and you definitely don't want to damage it. It's really hard working with the cord like that. But you just want to expose the bare copper wire, okay? So just slowly cut through it, okay? Now, I do have the real tools to crimp and to cut it, but I'm just showing you what I would do if I didn't have those tools, okay? So once again, we are just trying to cut through this white piece. There we go. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is not a problem. This extra little bit of metal insulation is totally fine. As you can see right here, we've exposed at least 1/4 inch of that bare copper wire. It's not damaged at all, as you can see, which is what you want, okay? Now, you only need 1/4 of an inch, but we have this extra, it's totally fine. We can snip it off after. Now we want to cut off 1/4 of an inch of this, just the black rubber coating on the outside, okay? It might also be a different color. Your coating might be white, but the outside rubber coating. So what I'm going to do, instead of, you can get a ruler to measure it, I'm just going to use my other cut piece because I did this one with the official tool to show you exactly what it looks like. We're going somewhere right there in the middle of that letter. Let's make a mark, okay? And put that away right there. Now we're gonna, like I said, trim off another 1/4 of an inch of just the black coating, okay? Just the outer rubber coating. Now be careful, because what you don't want to do, and I'll tell you why, is you don't want to cut off much of that metal insulation in there, because that's actually what prevents noise from coming through onto your cable. So let's see if we can pull it off like that. Perfect, we're almost there. Let's just really trim up this side over here. There we go. So there you have it, okay? place that to the side. As you can see, I still have all of that metal insulation in place and all of the inner plastic insulation in place as well. Next, you want to get one of these, which is a twist-on F connector. So these are things that you simply twist on. What you want to do is put that little middle piece through the center of the F connector. Let's actually push these metal strands down. You don't want to move too many of them over the rubber coating. Some of them can go over the rubber coating. It's not a big deal, but you really don't want to do too many of them. Okay, so now that we've got the F connector down, and this is only sticking out so much because I left so much on there, you want to twist it in place, okay? And you want it to be tightly in place. It's going to require a decent amount of pressure, so I'm going to use my hand like that, really twisting it down. And then you can even use a set of pliers, because it's going to get quite difficult as you move your way down. I could probably do with just my fingers and my hands, because, you know, I'm a beast. But basically what you want to look for, I'll show you, is you see that little plastic piece right there? Let me get my lighting in there. You see the little plastic piece right there, that white little plastic piece? You want that to be flush with that level right there. Now, you basically want to have this only sticking out a tiny, tiny bit from the edge of this connector. So I'm just going to take my snipping tool. We're probably going to snip it right over there. There we go. As you can see, it sticks out a little bit. We're good to go. And that's it. That is the simple tutorial. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.